On to part B of question 1. And we've got a question here. The amount of time Fiona's preschooler spends in a public toilet cubicle can be anywhere between 2 and 10 minutes. Using the appropriate distribution, calculate the probability that the next 2 toilet stops will take less than 4 minutes. So there's a couple of important points to note here. The first one is that we've got ourselves a range of time, 2 to 10 minutes. We're talking about the next 2 toilet stops and less than 4 minutes. So first of all, we've got to figure out here what sort of distribution is this. And when we think about it, when it's giving us 2 times that it's between, that's either going to be a uniform, oops, I'll just write that down, it's either going to be a uniform or triangular. Now, the difference between uniform and triangular in terms of the questions is that uniform will say, you know, between two times or 2 numbers, and as does triangular, but triangular will also say a most common or usually or something like that as well. So a uniform distribution looks a bit like this. So it's obviously uniform, whereas a triangular distribution looks like this, where you've got a triangular, but this is your most common time here. So this would be the between A and B, and it has as a third time, whereas the uniform, like we've got over here, it's got between 2 times. In this case, it's 2 and 10. So for this particular one, we're looking at a uniform distribution. So again, useful to draw out a little graph here. So if I draw out a graph, so there's my axes, and we know that at 2 minutes it starts, and then it goes all the way through to 10 minutes. Okay, so that's our A and our B, and what we're looking for is less than 4 minutes. So we're looking, that's 4, we're looking at that time there. Now the height of that uniform distribution can be modelled by 1 over B minus A. So in this case, the height of the probability at any particular moment in time is 1 over 10 minus 2, which equals 1 over 8. So any probability along this line here, as indicated by this red dot that I've got there, the probability is 1/8. So when we think about what is our probability then, so our probability, let's write this statement out. So the probability of being between 2 basically and greater than x and 4 is going to be, what we have to do is first of all work out the base of that rectangle. So that's 4 minus 2 times the height, which is 1/8, and that gives us of course 2 times 1/8, which is 2 times, which is basically 0.25. That's the first part. Now the second part is it's saying the next 2 toilet stops. So that's the probability of 1 toilet stop. Okay, that's what you've just found there. So to find 2 toilet stops, we've got to do that all over again. So we've essentially got 0.25, that's your first toilet stop, times 0.25, which is your second toilet stop, which is of course the same as 0.25 squared. So therefore the answer to our probability statement of being less, well, it's between 2 and 4, but for this sake it's less than 4 minutes, can't spell, is equal to 0.0625, because that's 0.25 squared. And that's your answer. As far as the grading for this particular question, if you can get the first probability, this one here, that's worth a U. If you can get that far. If you can get all the way through and get this one correct, that's worth an R. And that's how you do part B of question 1.